ExpressVote. Accessible voting technology. The ExpressVote Universal Voting System is a ballot marking device that provides a range of options for voters, including voters with various types of disabilities. The ExpressVote offers an easy-to-use user interface and features that make it accessible to a variety of users, including multilingual access for non-English speakers, touchscreen display, and an audio tactile keypad. For disability access, the ExpressVote is adjustable for different seating and standing heights. The display screen is adjustable with on-screen high contrast and zoom variations for different visual abilities, and several access options are available for users with physical disabilities. ADA peripheral controls include headphones with audio output and an audio tactile keypad with braille legends to accommodate blind or visually impaired users. A sip and puff option provides access to users with no hand or finger function, and a two-position rocker switch provides control for those with gross hand or arm function, in addition to the touchscreen that can accommodate various types of disabilities. Setting up the sip and puff switch. Upon visiting an election site, a voter with a disability may request to use the ExpressVote, and election officials will provide and set up everything needed to use its accessibility features. Someone needing sip and puff control, for example, may simply ask a polling official to set up the machine for that mode of access.
Remove sip and puff switch from the storage bag. Locate black cable with 2 rings on the tip. Place one end in the center of the sip and puff plug. Place the other end into the ExpressVote unit where the wheelchair emblem is. Locate the clear plastic tube with 2 end caps. Attach one end to the sip and puff switch. Gently twist the air tube's plastic lock nut to secure the air tube to the switch. Attach the other end to the gooseneck tube and gently twist the air tube's plastic lock nut to secure the air tube to the gooseneck. Locate the disposable mouthpiece and place on the end of the gooseneck. It will also twist on. Wipe everything down with a sanitizing wipe.
Voting using sip and puff. Once an election official sets up the ExpressVote, he or she will also prepare it for use via sip and puff controls. The user may request that the election official position the sip and puff tube so that the user can easily reach it by mouth. When requested by a voter, an election official will insert the user's ballot into the ExpressVote. The official may also assist the voter by helping confirm the voting precinct and ballot style. To do so, the election official may ask the voter which party ballot he or she prefers to mark if it is a primary election. When ready to vote, the election official will step away to give the voter privacy. The voter then positions him or herself at the sip and puff tube so that he or she can reach the tube comfortably with their mouth. Using the sip and puff feature is intuitive and takes just a few minutes to learn. A sip and puff device is just a type of switch allowing the user to make one of 2 choices, similar to a light switch that turns a light on when switched upwards and off when switched downwards. The sip and puff switch enables a voter to make 2 different selections by sipping or puffing. The sip option is activated with a slight sip on the straw, similar to drinking a fluid through a drinking straw. The puff option is activated with a slight puff of air into the tube. Each screen in a voting process will have multiple options. To scroll through the options one at a time, the voter simply sips consecutively and watches the highlighted cursor move through them. When the voter's preferred option is highlighted, he or she then puffs to make the selection. After making a selection, the user then continues sipping consecutively until the highlighted cursor eliminates the next option at the bottom of the screen. By puffing on the illuminated next option, the ExpressVote will advance to the next screen. At each new screen, the voter proceeds through the options by sipping and making a selection by puffing on his or her desired choice when highlighted. To change a selection once made, the voter can simply proceed through the options by sipping consecutively until the highlighted cursor gets back to the preferred choice and then puffing once to make that selection. On races that offer a write-in option, a voter can make that selection via sip and puff as well. A puff on the write-in option will bring up an on-screen keyboard, and the user can then move through the keyboard by sipping consecutively and then puff on the first letter to begin spelling the name they wish to write. After entering the first letter, the user sips to scroll through the alphabet to illuminate the next letter, and so on and so forth, puffing each time they want to select a letter. Upon reaching the end of the ballot, the ExpressVote will allow the user to review each of the choices they made. Each race will be shown in an individual box that the voter may look through to ensure that the choices indicated were in fact the choices they selected. If the voter wishes to change any of their choices, they may simply select that race by puffing on it and selecting a different option. When going back to choose a different option in any race, the voter will use the sip and puff just as they did when they initially selected their option by sipping to change the illuminated box to a different option and puffing to select their new desired option. After confirming that all selections are as they had voted, the voter will be brought to the final screen. By sipping, he or she can move the highlighted cursor through the option to confirm the ballot and then puff to select it. The ExpressVote will then process the voter's choices and print out a ballot card. Any voter who needs assistance may ask an election official to assist them by removing the ballot and then entering it into a privacy sleeve and into the ballot box while the voter watches and confirms that his or her vote was counted. It is also a good idea for the voter to review the printed card to ensure that the choices printed by the ExpressVote match those choices that the voter intended to vote for.